The Imitation Game took place in World War II. During this time, the mathematician Alan Turing joins a team of codebreakers at top security facility at Bletchley Park to try and decipher the code of a German Enigma machine. Turing is a genius, and along 2 years he and his team successfully develop another machine to decipher the Enigma. I chose this film because it is a clear example of independent films doing incredibly well in the film industry and profit earning. This small budget, $14 million independent film made by a British studio, Studio Canal, made back $230 million. It was named as the highest grossing independent film of 2014 and broke global records. This is why I think it was necessary to make this film my case study.
This war, we're not winning it. If you speak a word of what I'm about to show you, you will be executed for high treason.
It's beautiful. It's the greatest encryption device in history, and the Germans use it for all communications.
Everyone thinks Enigma is unbreakable.
Let me try, and we'll know for sure.
Mr. Turing, do you know how many died because of it?
I don't.
3. While we've been having this conversation.
Gentlemen, meet Mr. Turing.
We to work together then. I'm afraid these men would only slow me down.
Popular at school, were you?
We're short on staff.
We get more staff then. You have 6 minutes to complete the task.
Is it even possible?
No, it takes me 8. 5 minutes and 34 seconds.
You said to do it in under 6. What is it that we're really doing?
We're going to break an unbreakable Nazi code and win the war.
Oh.
You know, to pull off this irascible genius routine, one actually has to be a genius.
I'm designing a machine that will allow us to break every message, every day, instantly.
You're going to need all the help you can get, and they are not going to help you if they do not like you.
Have you decrypted a single German message?
You will never understand the importance of what I am creating here.
Our patience has expired.
No!
If you fire Alan, well, then you'll have to fire me.
Me too.
And me.
You better bloody work.
Alan, you do not have to do this alone.
What are you doing? What's going on?
The Navy thinks that one of us is a Soviet spy.
You've got more secrets than the best of them.
What if I don't fancy her in that way?
Can't tell anyone, Owen. It's illegal.
I'm just a mathematician.
Sometimes it is the people who no one imagines anything of who do the things that no one can imagine.
The producer of the film sat down in an interview to discuss how the film began being made. This is what he said. It began in the fall of 2009 when we saw an article in which then Prime Minister Gordon Brown apologised on behalf of the government for the treatment of Alan Turing during and in the aftermath of World War II. Our first reaction to this story was that we were surprised that we didn't know who Alan Turing was, and neither of us recalled learning about him in school. So we just began to research his story and thought it was profoundly moving and felt that it deserved to be told and for people to know who he was and what he contributed to the war. From there, Nora, the other producer, comes in. The other producer, Nora, went to London and met with the biographer. She was able to option the rights for Turing's biography for very little money. She came back to the States and had a very big book and not many featured contacts and didn't know many writers. Screenwriter Graham Moore quoted, "One day when I'm a famous writer, that's my passion project and I'd love to write it." The producers met up and discussed with Graham how to go about drafting it. This happened over the course of a year. They then pitched it to others and got on board another producer, Teddy Schwartzman. During the production phase, before Cumberbatch joined the project, Warner Brothers bought the screenplay for a reported 7-figure sum because of Leonardo DiCaprio's interest in playing Turing. In the end, DiCaprio did not come on board and the rights to the script reverted to the screenwriter. Black Bear Pictures subsequently committed to finance the film for $14 million. Various directors were attached during development, including Ron Howard and David Yates. In December 2012, it was announced that Headhunters director Morten Tyldum would helm the project, making the film his English-language directional debut. Filming locations included Turning's former school, Sherborne, Bletchley Park, where Turning and his colleagues worked during the war, and Central St Martin's School of Art campus on Southampton Row in London. Other locations included towns in England such as the Nettlebed and Chesham. Scenes were also filmed at Bicester Airfield and outside the Law Society building in Chancery Lane. The Weinstein Company acquired the film for $7 million in February 2014, the highest amount ever paid for US distribution rights at the European film market. During the distribution phase, the distributors made a special marketing technique of advertising the film by releasing the first official promotional photograph on the anniversary of Alan Turning's death. The film had its world premiere at the 41st Telluride Film Festival in August 2014. It had its European premiere as the opening film of the 58th BFI London Film Festival on October 2014. It had a limited theatrical release on the 28th of November 2014.
You can do. Put 60 seconds on the clock. The Imitation Game with Benedict Cumberbatch. John Malkovich.
Well, I don't know that
Alan Rickman.
Dying to see it, can't wait.
Sean Connery.
It's a very good film. I think it'll be phenomenal. I'm very excited to see what young Benedict does.
Jack Nicholson.
Why can't we all see The Imitation Game?
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, I think you've got to go and see The Imitation Game. It's going to be great.
Owen Wilson.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of interesting.
30 seconds left. Michael Caine.
I want to see The Imitation Game. Don't you?
Christopher Walken.
I want to see the... Oh, no, I've gone Jamaican or something.
15 seconds left. Can you do Bane?
I want to see The Imitation Game.
McConaughey.
Well, The Imitation.
5 seconds left. Can you do Taylor Swift?
I want to see The Imitation Game.
Nailed it.
Christopher Walken probably. I was like, how? What? Yeah. You see this film? I want to see this film. This film's been up my ass for the last 5 years.